Yes?
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Yes.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning. Begging for help, attempting to pass fear, for you gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war, like you dominated lesser cultures. Like the deformed, you will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the frit. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years there is need for a servile homunculus.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flip.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic.
He had nothing to do with it. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailmate. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederast. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible street parades. In Mound cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Mound and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semenese and the Areopagites are on the ascent. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semenese are powerful. Mesomorph, the latter, is perfected in adapting. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have. The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnos.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semeni, the Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an ill. The revolution is fatal familialis. Enough of type mediocrity. Types CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your lesser races like the Mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a Mesk woman and a Semenese man. Only possible if the mother is Mesk and the father Semenese. The other way around, the Mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Then there is the Semino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Semino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site. That is understandable. Were there more forts in that tip? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally, history's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by... That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. The kingdom is difficult to combat, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual. Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the... That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in,
unpromising race pupil returns.
how did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic. Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook. And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that? Let's think of something else. Yes? What do you want to know? What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills. It's all part of the master plan, you see.
A good joke. It's not that many. Officer, I'm sure you have a lot more cases. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition?
The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
Well, technically. The official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
I wouldn't say that. And my caseload is... I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb.
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. I am the finest of nothing. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought... So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Good. What can I help you with?
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one, not the first three. Those are ape speak.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Of course. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting.
Yeah?
Thanks.
She means the opposite.
Hello again, officers.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Worn and beaten wooden
We can sit on benches after.
You can revisit the bench if you ever.
The worn and beaten.
You can revisit.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
In the cabin, you... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to...
A flock of seagulls takes off right away. The lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns...
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking...
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said... Anything else, sir? Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Yes?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy.
Save the economy. That sounds off. It's the ledger you oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. If you want it to be kitchen. It's not though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstance.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to read...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Work, strife." It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week. What do you mean? Is that all?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the... Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the bind. He is not really saying anything. Just stand.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. Inspect the victim, get the body, interview the cafeteria. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across things to be done and things already done. The compass...
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. Others appear more light-hearted. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once...
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. Something rattles inside, and something small inside. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HD. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say I got nothing here either. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? Murder. Tum. At the hook, Joseph Mills was on this case that Mills didn't get off the pot. No, he was off. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills... No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, no one entered. Mills has no one. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Smoking hookah. Didn't you? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete or Axel. If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it? Torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, but... Yeah, turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. The ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers. The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, the two ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer, familiar handwriting lines that a young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow clip. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything all right?
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it? The world is gone.
A bitter caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water. Slimy.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, it didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Yeah, man. What was that about? There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now.
Yes, they're pouring.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. 10 minutes, maybe. That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupation.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill.
Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
All right. Ready? I turn, you press...
The dashboard lights up like a leopard. Wait, the lights unfold.
There you go.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the... You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride, the last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You are a value... Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your...
Aces low. For the rest...
Promising race pupil return and... Fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat? So it would seem, Throloful. I find myself at a crossroads. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy, and, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point. But if the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may still prove a race adverse.
Jean, baby. Do the heroic thing.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rules tricks is unwinnable. You will not. You cannot.
It's super hard, Jean.
Very well. You may enter.
Well done. Let's go.
Nice aggression.
Not bad advice.
Let's talk about our right to work.
On second glance,
it's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside, hundreds of documents and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Couron. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, hundreds of documents, and the same materials being... You already went through all of the drawer slides. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side. This is the night watchman's booth. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinet, it's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young.
Why did you take that picture of René? Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey... You stand and...
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song, the accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did, when we were boys. Oh, Mr. Everard is usually in his office, of course. But you gotta be quick if you want to see him. He leaves around 10 p.m. Bye-bye now.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large. With great effort, he straightens with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, I'm Everard Clare, Head of the I'd offer you my hand, but
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manner. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria man.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Don't mention it. But also don't forget it. I'm just kidding.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all... It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you?
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid...
Okay, enough. We are here to...
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his...
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels just go there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Fantastic, my friend. You can get the key from Manana. He's just opened the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting... One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy. What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Empty all your barrels on me, Harry. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator. Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfect. I have no interest in what she is doing. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and...
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil. Of course, Harry, of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist. No one's gonna know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me. Word of how racy it got will never leave Martinez. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. Of course, let us dispatch with the formalities.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of...
Words flow like a I guess word has already reached him. It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Ah, this?
This translates into...
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. Well, you sure come off as very...
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both. But of course, Harry, your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way...
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people...
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so...
That means he doesn't really know. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Yes, your gun will be found, Harry.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed... Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great gun...
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man.
several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle.
Yes, it was probably you. It does bear. The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across Oak. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whaling and rides. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartment.
Okay, but where did you get...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that none of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? I'm more of a philosopher.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many others. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Sure thing. Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they went their way. It was a...
Wait, then it might be true.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when...
Sure, man.
What a shirt. All other shirts, the antlers on the hood of the man's cloak, and... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. It takes about half an hour to piece one together. This one, cause of the mural, is in true love. People call it. The graffito crew is easy to track down. The case files do. The crew agree. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us. Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCI.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage at the back of the motor carriage. Looks rather
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier. Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy, near the camp.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your...
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners. As you tap on the gate.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them?
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course.
I meant no offense. 200 real.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No, sir. Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's stuff.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well? Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance, starting. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance, starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a read.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of wood.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, Loto.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot. We still have to perform the autopsy, though. However, we did a thorough search of the crime. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean. Very important indeed. Well, he wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information.
He's not saying much on the matter, because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. You can look into the process of changing your name after we finish this investigation. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much...
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve the station coldly. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. The coalition government, and the RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government formed the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralinton Lysis has the right to keep the peace in this city.
Or if they think you do. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
The fan is spinning. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but the sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags, and then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separate smells of alcohol and sweat and grease. It barely covers your toes, a bit tense in the muscles. Relax. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the useless. On the surface, you really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? help you? Why? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Yes, wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of you. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold. The door is closed. Still nothing.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, which may, of course, all be wrong. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past, but aren't you curious to know what...
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Just a moment.
She's agitated. judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to... Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always... you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a hop, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast.
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the...
Yes, some left-field scientific reason.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well?
Ah, yes. Phasmatodea. A diverse group of insects.
Where are other hence its name, the insect?
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You would...
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists...
Establishment. I thought so.
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Well, of course, most phasm...
Enthusiasm is what the...
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. Not at all. Why else? Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. No need to be defensive.
You?
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's copotype is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Good, good. Of course. To out...
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen. That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Not a muscle moves in her...
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Oh, this is about...
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get...
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up...
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just...
You might want to start asking your questions now.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are...
The pretty boy. You guys really...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
That is fucking bizarre.
The lieutenant waits for your reply, patiently. He said they killed him. These uninitiated do not understand the fineries of runic science.
I'm getting a bizarre message from Angus's stomach right now.
Says they ain't got shit, boss.
We had something else, besides the occult vision.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together. All of us.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forward.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoi and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second, show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a mark.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck. Until...
Didn't they teach you any?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Maybe wrap it up instead? Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beat.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branch, there's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring.